It's your boy A.R.P. R.b.e is the movement. Today we are going to break down the best battle rapper of 2014. I'm going to get into the nominees that I have for 2014. I'm going to get into the criteria that it takes to be the battle rapper of the year. We're going to break down the nominees' resumes and some of the battles that they had. And of course, I'm going to break down why I'm giving the battle rapper of the year to who I'm giving it to. Alright, so stick with me. I'm going to give some video references and clips in here for you too. We're really going to try to take our time and chop this fable. Alright, let me also clarify something. This right here, I'm not trying to do an award show or nothing like that. This really isn't about me just, saying this person was better than everybody else. This is more so like a thank you. Alright? This is a salute back to all the nominees and the winner of my personal battle rapper of 2014, as well as all the other battle rappers that wasn't even mentioned in this video that's been putting on this year, because without them, we fans wouldn't be getting entertained in this culture that we love. So this is really a salute. I ain't trying to do an award show or nothing like that. So thank you to everybody that put on. Oh, and before I jump in, appreciate everybody that's hitting us up behind this old red and this oops battle, man. This is r.b.e Entertainment's favorite release. It's our biggest release. With all the extras that's in the footage of the money on the line and the judging and, the little things that we did in Oops Round when the lights went off with the visuals and shit like that. This is our favorite r.b.e Entertainment release. And I really, really appreciate all the feedback. I got people telling me it's a crazy battle, best Oops of all time, one of the best old Reds of all time. People telling me it's a classic battle. Appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. So please continue to support Old Red, continue to support Oops, because they put on. And shout out to the r.b.e Entertainment team for that battle right there, man. Salute y'all. Oh, quick update. Damn, I got all these little updates before we get started. Next up, yes, I'm confirming, is Swave Sever versus Show Off. That's why the Spotlight video is out. Check out the Spotlight video if you haven't seen it yet. It's like a trailer, but we call them Spotlights for a different reason. I'll get into that some other time. After Swave Sever versus Show Off, you will be getting Ill Will versus Big Cannon. You're probably going to get Show Off versus Swave Sever maybe like a good week and a half from today. Today is Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all. Alright, so that's when it's dropping, but it's coming next. Alright, we got y'all. Alright, let's jump into this. So what's the 3 criteria that I have to be Battle Rapper of the Year? That's my brother Shaka calling me, matter of fact. Fuck it, I'm going to take it real quick. I'm in the middle of recording this 2014 Battle Rapper of the Year. Say shout out to all the R.b.e supporters real quick.
Shaka, representing
You a dick. I'm cutting you off, asshole. We be clowning anyway.
You call me on and fucking joking around. I'm calling you on the fly. I'm about to say, what up, nigga?
You calling me on some serious shit and I put you on the spot. My bad. I got you though. Alright, I'm gonna call you right back.
Yeah.
Alright. Fuck it, I'm gonna leave that footage and we gonna keep it raw. That's my brother, you know what I'm saying? We always gotta chop it up and build about this R.b.e shit multiple times a day. That's what it takes to keep this machine moving and this machine building. Shout out to my brother Shata. Alright, so let's get into the 3 criteria of what it takes to be the best battle rapper of the year, in my opinion. The first criteria, you gotta have big wins, okay? And when I say big wins, I don't mean that it has to be big opponents. I mean that either the battle has to be big or it has to be significant, okay? So for example, Shaka and Suge versus Rosenberg Raw to me was significant because they had history. It's something that the fans was wanting to see for a while. You know what I mean? Whereas something like JC versus Fireboy, that just happened to be a crazy battle and it just was random. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody would have ever thought about that matchup. So it wasn't really significant. See the difference? So you gotta have significant wins to be Battle of the Year. That's the first criteria. The second criteria is you gotta have great battles or great performances. Okay, so you can't just win, a battle and say like, I'm the Battle of the Year because that was an important battle and I won it. No, you gotta have several great performances under your belt for the year. You know what I mean? You got your competition out here and your peers out here putting in this work. You gotta be putting in the same type of work. All right. And speaking of putting in work, that's the third criteria. I'm sorry, man, but I'm just not one of those people that says that you should only battle once or twice a year. That's not me. That's not me, man. If you took, let's use Loaded Lux for example. If Loaded Lux would have beat Murder Mook, I still wouldn't have given him Battle of the Year. You can't have two battles and be the Battle of the Year. Meanwhile, you got people out here that's having fucking 3, 4, 5 classics. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You can't do that. I respect the people that don't battle that frequently and still have sick performances. But when you got other people putting in all that work, it's just not fair to not give it to those people instead. Alright, so those are the 3 criteria that we're going to go with. By the way, last year I gave it to Charlie Clips. So shout out to Charlie Clips for winning Battle of the Year 2013. I wasn't the only one though. A lot of people gave it to Clips. Let's run down these nominees. Alright. First nominee I have, Big K. Big K put in a lot of fucking work this year. You know what I'm saying? He's been nice. It's just that a lot of people are realizing it recently. So a lot of people are saying he stepped his game up. You could say that, but then again, he had one of the best, if not arguably the best. Source Awards gave it to him last year versus Illmac. So you can't really say he stepped up his game in 2014. He's been killing. He's been killing shit. So some of his resume this year, we got Saurus, we got Danny Myers. I don't remember who I gave the Danny Myers to. I gave him over to Saurus. He had a crazy battle with Big Cannon. I still don't really have a winner for that battle. He had a battle with A.R.P. I had him edging A.R.P, I think, or beating him clearly 1 round, I think, 2-1. He had a battle with B Magic. I forget who I had winning that one. He had a battle with Arsenal. I don't think I've seen the whole battle with Arsenal, but it looked like they were both putting on. Some of the footage dropped. And he clearly beat Conceited. Alright, so that's one of the nominees. Next nominee I got. Shout out to Danny Myers. Put in a lot of fucking work this year too. Some of the people that he battled. Cortez. Damn, I don't remember who I got winning that battle either, but I just remember being crazy. Battle Heartless on Ether. I had him beating Heartless. Battle JC. I had JC edging Danny Myers 2-1 in this battle, but it was a crazy battle and Danny Myers did his fucking thing. Battle the Female, Unique Bars. That was a good battle. Battle A.R.P. That was one of A.R.P.'s best performances of the year, actually. I don't remember who I had winning that battle. He battled Big K. I had Big K beating Danny Myers in that battle, edging him 2-1. He battled KG the Poet. I don't remember who I had him win or who I had win in that battle, but those are just some of them. I could be missing some. You know, I apologize if I missed some of the battles when I go down these resumes for 2014, but I'm just trying to give y'all a gist. Next, the third nominee, I got Cortez. Stop sleeping on Cortez, man. Stop sleeping on Cortez. He's given us a lot of crazy material and battles this year, whether you like him or you hate him. So some of those is Young Cannon. That's a debatable battle. I'm not mad at whoever you give it to. Danny Myers, good battle. T-Rex, shitty battle, but some of that wasn't their fault. 40 Bars. When I saw that back on footage, it looked like 40 Bars might have edged Cortez. Danger Zone and Arcane. You know, I watched him beat Arcane. Fuck Arcane up. When that battle drops, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna say, yo, Cortez is on his shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of Cortez's resume for 2014. Charlie Clips. Got him murdering T-Rex. Alright, battle Heartless, Sharon. He lost to Sharon. Old Red. I actually had Charlie Clips losing to Old Red 2-1. It wasn't a good battle. And neither one of those guys was really on their shit. But I had him losing the first and the second round, getting edged, and then him winning the third. He battled daylyt, classic. He battled Tay-Rock in a rematch. He battled Illmac. I had him beating Tay-Rock. I had him losing to Illmac. That was a clear loss to Illmac. He battled Hitman. That's a debatable battle. He battled Mob 1. Charlie Clips, man. Big fucking year. Another big year for Charlie Clips. Alright, what else we got here? I have a nominee of Arsenal. He's put some work in this year. Big T, he beat him on Total Slaughter. The Saurus. I think preference-wise is also another reason why I gave that to Arsenal. I'm not really a big fan of the Saurus. He does his thing and he shows up, but style-wise, I've just never been too huge on him. But shout out to him. He battled Daylyt. I had Daylyt edging that 1 round battle. He beat Rum Nitty. He really schooled Rum Nitty. He beat Swave Sever. And he had a classic battle with Clean Paper. And you know, that can go either way. That's a debatable battle. And last, I got my last nominee is Daylyt. Now, Daylyt got like 27 battles for the fucking year. So let's try to run down some of these real quick. I got a list of B Magic, Ab Soul, Charlie Clips, Chilla Jones, A.R.P, Sue Surf. Some of these we didn't even see yet. Quest McCody, that just dropped. Official, 40 Bars, Zoe Green and Pep, that was a three-way battle. Progress, Moses West, I don't remember that battle. Pat Stay, Red Omen, I don't remember who that is. Arsenal, Disaster, T-Rex, battle Arsenal twice actually. Math Hoffa, Head Ice, Sam Jones, Serious Jones, and Doughboy. Jesus Christ. That boy took a lot of fucking battles, man. Like, how much money did Daylyt make in 2014 off of battle rap? If Daylyt was working in 2013, he had to retire from his job because that 27 battles in 12 months, you can't possibly be working a regular job anymore. All that writing, shit, that's crazy, Daylyt. Alright, so let's get back into this. So those are my nominees. Alright. Now, let me give you my winner. And some of y'all ain't gonna fuck with me for this. Some of y'all is gonna be like, yo, A.R.P, you wildin', you bugging. But I'm gonna try to give you some reasons why. I ain't gonna, you know, go all out trying to convince you because it's my opinion, you know what I'm saying? But I got the winner as Daylyt, taking the battler of 2014. So, first, let's talk about his antics, because that's the first thing that rings in people's heads and a lot of reasons why people don't want to give it to Daylyt. Where do I stand on his antics? I don't fuck with a lot of his antics. None of us do. You know what I'm saying? He's done some shit this year in 2014 that has disgraced battle rap. I gotta keep it 100. As much as I fuck with Daylyt, you know what I'm saying, as a battle rapper and behind the scenes, like, it's my man behind the scenes, I don't fuck with a lot of shit that he did, antics-wise. Some of his antics was actually entertaining. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Some of them were entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give you an example of an entertaining antic to me. I was entertained by what he did with Pat Stay. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example of something I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like what he did on Total Slaughter. Completely opposite. Like, makes you just want to turn around and walk away from him. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Some of them antics has been entertaining. But there's no denying that he's given us some of the best battles of the year. So he's got 2 of the best battles of the year. If I made a top 8 battles of 2014, Daylyt versus Chilla Jones and Daylyt versus Charlie Clips would be in that battle. I mean, on that list. And remember, it takes 2 people to make a classic. For example, Charlie Clips versus T-Rex is not a classic battle because T-Rex was shit. You know what I'm saying? T-Rex didn't hold up his half of the battle. It was just really all Charlie Clips. It was a classic performance, but it wasn't a classic battle. It's a big difference. Whereas Chilla Jones, one of the best Chilla Jones we've ever seen. I think Chilla Jones versus Daylyt and Chilla Jones versus JC is probably the best Chilla, and maybe versus M City. You know what I'm saying? That's like the best Chilla Jones that we've seen. You know what I mean? And also Charlie Clips and Daylyt, man. Classic battle. Classic fucking battle. Classic back and forth. So he's got 2 classics under his belt in 2014. Alright. He also has, to me, the best 1-rounder of the year. And I'm glad I held off on recording this video because I just watched him versus Quest McCody. I don't know if it's because this shit is sitting on my head recently because I just watched it, but it's definitely going to go down on my list of favorite 1-rounders of all time. I have a list of favorite 1-rounders, and this is now one of them. It's on that list. Watch that fucking battle if you haven't watched it. Daylyt has, to me, the best 1-rounder of the year. Alright? Some of y'all don't like 1-rounders, so you don't give a fuck. But it's a fucking 20-minute battle. Alright? Daylyt and Quest McCody during their rounds are spitting more bars for more time than most battles that have been 2 minutes that we've gotten in 2014. You know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Okay? So if you don't like one rounders, that's cool, but let's be logical about the amount of time they're rapping and the amount of bars that they're spitting. So, crazy battle. Now here's the ringer. Here's the main catch here. String this all together. My second place for Battler of the Year is Charlie Clips. Giving it to Charlie Clips. Okay? Why do I have Daylyt over Charlie Clips? Because I feel that Daylyt has won his biggest battles or his classics of the year. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Clips hasn't won all of his classics of the year. You know, the closest battle that he has to a classic might be the T-Rex battle, but like I said, T-Rex didn't hold up his side, so it's not a classic battle. So Daylyt, I have him edging Chilla Jones. I have it coming down to the third round and him taking the third round. Barely. You know what I'm saying? Now, Daylyt versus Charlie Clips, I got Daylyt winning that battle. I'm gonna explain why. I know there's a lot of people out there that's on both sides of that battle. I got Daylyt winning that battle. First round is the clearest round of the battle. Okay, he introduced, that's the first time I seen it, so I think he introduced us to that new flow. I just be calling it the bowler flow, because that's where he did it first. The first time I seen it.
One call put his face in the box. You Skype the murk. You thought one button was gonna save your ass from dying? Whole life alert. Big nigga answer your door, ding dong. Who is it? True life alert. Should I keep it going? Here, take a couple of the messy cans. Who like the work? Keep it going. Long strap giving you a bag. You like the purse. Keep it going. Get his ass popped on cam. You like the twerk.
You know, he went over the time limit, you know, but a battle's a battle. If you get your shit out, you get your shit out. If it ends up on the footage, that's what the fans was watching. Just like when Charlie Clips, you know, he went over or he went long on X Factor. It's part of the game. If it happens, it happens. All right. Now that second round, I gave to Charlie Clips. It was a closer round, but I do give it to Charlie Clips. I don't want to say super clear, but clear enough. Third round, extremely close round. I'm gonna tell you why I edge it to Daylyt. Charlie Clips with that scheme of talking to Daylyt's face mask was crazy. But the fact that Daylyt had just as mean of a round, but he came back with a face mask haymaker, it kind of reverse slams Charlie Clips' shit. And not only did he come back with a ski mask haymaker, but he used the classic Charlie Clips Psych I Lied shit. Remember, he had two masks on. So I don't want you to look at killer in the eyes, but that's what Charlie Clips said when he was talking to the mask. I don't need this because you know you're gonna be looking at me when I kill you, and I don't think you're gonna live to tell the story. So then when Daylyt takes his first mask off,
that Power Range rip-off shit, VR Troopers. I said, first of all, don't hype his pride. To kill you, I was searching for the right disguise. So fuck this mask, I want you to look your killer in the eyes. Psych, I lied.
Says Psych I Lied. The combination of coming back with the ski mask shit and using Charlie Clips' classic Psych I Lied shit, to me, takes it a step over what Charlie Clips did. That's why I'm edging the round to Daylyt. So not only did you beat one of the best battle rappers of the year in y'all classic battle, but you gave us a lot of shit You gave us a lot of battles, and you gave us great performances. And the big battles that you had, or the significant classics that you had, you actually won. Actually won them. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody nominated. Shout out to all the battle rappers that put on and gave us crazy battles in 2014. But there you have it. That's my battle of the year. Alright, so shout out to daylyt and shout out to everybody tuned in. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna get out another blog probably 2 days from now. So, keep an eye on that channel, youtube.com/r.b.e vids. And I'm out. Fuck with me.